Welcome back to Performance TV. This will be our last visit to the floor of this year's 50th annual SEMA show from Las Vegas, Nevada. We've seen some wild and crazy rides as well as some fantastic new products to make your life and the life of your car easier. Join us as we head down to the floor next.
Hey, thanks for joining us this week here on Performance TV, coming to you from SEMA 2016, where we're going to see all kinds of great stuff, from hot rods to if you can dream it, they can build it. How about this van? Take it off-road, go out camping. Or a 1936 Ford Deluxe Roadster, you know, nice pristine car. But let me tell you something, how about a Tonka truck come to life? This thing is absolutely awesome. This is just some of the few things we're going to see here at SEMA. I say we get started. Robert, what do you got for us?
Well, Kathy, I'm here with our friends at Steel Rubber, and I'm with Danny Agosta, who's going to tell us about their product line. Danny, what do you have new this year?
This year, what we are displaying as our new part is the 69 to 72 step plates that go on the back of GM A-body wagons. It's going to be your Chevelles, your Cutlass, your Vista Cruisers, things like that.
Boy, you just have about every single rubber part for any car, don't you?
It seems that way sometimes. We have over 12,000 parts.
Wow, and now if I'm restoring a particular vehicle, do I have to know what all these parts are that I need?
You don't. We actually do all the work for you. You tell us what kind of car you have, and we can actually let you get a catalog that's year, make, model, and style specific, all the way down to the body style. If you got a two-door sedan, you're not going to get the two-door hardtop parts.
Wow, that's really interesting. And if I just call you up and tell you that, you send me everything I need in one big kit?
We can. We can actually put together a kit for you, and this catalog is like a checklist. You just go through, say, I need this, give us a call, and we can put it together.
Okay, what about simple repairs? Let's say my window is rattling and I want to replace the window rubber.
We have that as well. Depending on the car, we have belt line kits, vent window kits, windshield gaskets, door weather strips. Anything that's rubber on the car, there's a good chance that we have it.
All right, so on a vehicle, what's your most interesting vehicle part?
You know, right now, probably one of the most interesting ones is the A100 vans. We made the vent window for them. And that doesn't sound real interesting, but they're getting real popular, and the vent window is very detailed.
Let's see what Kathy's up to.
You know, there are so many cool things to see at SEMA, and trucks happen to be one of my favorite. So we're going to stop by here and visit with Kelly from Tough Country. You always are coming out with something new. What do you have for us this year?
Absolutely. Tough Country suspension is always, this time of year is the best time to debut your new products. And this year we're going with the Toyota 4Runner, the 2016 4Runner, and the new Nissan Titan XD with the Cummins motor in it. And two very popular platforms, and we're really excited about what we've been able to put out this year.
So what we're looking at here on this truck, we have the 4-inch lift on this one.
Correct. This is the 4-inch lift with the upper control arm with a uniball system. And what all that means is a higher articulation, a better ride quality, and the best thing about Tough Country is we're always thinking about affordability and fitment, and very affordable systems, and as always made in the USA, which we're very proud of.
And you took this truck just a little bit further.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's been built, we put a big winch on the front and a big heavy bumper on the front. So we went with a Bilstein coilover shock to help support those two systems. And it's come with a brand new rear coil spring. Some other companies that introduced this just went with a coil spring spacer. We went to the extent to go with a brand new coil spring in the rear.
And when we take a look at the Titan, you got the lift kit on there. Is that 4-inch as well?
4-inch as well, and it allows you to run up to a 34-inch tall tire, both of them. It seems that that's the barometer people want to get to is a 34 to 35-inch tall tire. And all of our systems are designed to level the vehicle between the front and rear, and as always, ease of installation is a big thing for us.
Not just the 4-inch, you're going to offer other sizes as well.
Correct. We have a 2-inch leveling kit for both vehicles, the Ford 4Runner and the Titan, and we also will have a 6-inch available in about right at the first of the year, so very soon. So we'll have a 2, 4, and 6 available for those vehicles.
And just like we love ours on our 1500 Silverado that we have at home, it's really made a big difference by installing that. And thanks for joining us here, Kelly. Robert, what do you have for us next?
Well, Kathy, I wish you were here right now. I know how you love Camaros. Check this vehicle out. This was the first hand-built pilot prototype Camaro ever made. It's VIN number 0001. Isn't it a wonderful car? This was one of the first 49 hand-built editions of the Camaro. This was actually sold for $2,400 after it was built, and it's changed hands a few times before it was completely restored for display here at the SEMA show. We'll be right back with more Performance TV and the 2016 SEMA show after this short break.
Performance TV is being brought to you by EvapoRust, super safe rust remover. Bullet Liner, high caliber protection. Bailey Built, bumpers, cages, and accessories for your custom Bronco. And by Rod End Supply. We don't just sell them, we race them.
Welcome back to Performance TV here at the 50th Annual SEMA Show at the Las Vegas Convention Center. All kinds of parts and great things to see, and friction, not a friend to a lot of those parts, but Ed with LFG Parts Supply, you have something that's going to help us with that. It's called Blaze.
That's right. Blaze is a thermal boron diffusion technology. It's a new product that we're just releasing at SEMA here to the public. It reduces the friction and makes the part harder on the surface, 2 to 7 thousandths of an inch thick.
Well, we have lots of items here that are untreated and treated with the Blaze.
That's correct. If we look at this piece here, this is a puck that's just a steel puck, and you can see that I can dig this surface here with a knife and scratch it. But this surface here is no longer steel. It's been treated with Blaze. This is an intermetallic ceramic now. And you can see that I can dig on that all I want and it doesn't scratch it at all.
Well, and just to take that a step further, because, obviously that's a pocket knife, but what about the testing that you've done here on these particular pieces?
This was done by an independent lab called Phalanx. And you can see here, these are both the same type of steel, but this one has been treated with the Blaze. And you can see here that the friction test with an abrasive actually wore away, and here it didn't.
Well, all of these things are very, very impressive, but I want to get over here and talk about this piece.
Okay. This is a forming die. This is a 316 stainless, and it's been cold formed. These are for boat exhausts. This is from one of our clients. Prior to use of Blaze, this would last 2 to 10 passes. This one here has over 450 passes on it right now.
Wow, that's just absolutely amazing, let alone some of the other applications we can use for our ring and pinion gear, more horsepower, less friction, less heat, more horsepower. We want to find out more. All we have to do is hop on the website, and we want to find out more what's going on here at the SEMA Show. Let's check in with Robert.
In today's competitive marketplace, it's important to have an edge. I'm here with Don Rowe, president of Advertising Edge. Hey Don, can you tell me a little bit about your company?
Yes, Advertising Edge is a USA manufacturer of sublimated apparel. We're the official uniform of NHRA and Don Schumacher Racing. We also do screen printing and embroidery in our factory, and we produce multiple brands. One which is Stupid Fast Racing and Really Stupid Fast Girls.
So you have all that cool stuff I've seen at all the tracks, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, we sell them out on the Midway, and we sell all the teams.
Okay, and walk me through your line a little bit. You've got 3 different sections. Can you explain that?
Yes, one of our main product lines is sublimation, which we manufacture in the U.S. We have our screen print and embroidery division, which does headwear, t-shirts, all the different items. We also do promotional products. Then we also produce brands.
Okay, for those of us that are sitting in our TV watching this show on Saturday morning, could you explain sublimation to me? What is that?
Sublimation is a way of decorating fabric where it becomes part of the fabric and you don't feel it like screen printing. So when we make the crew apparel, you see all these beautiful logos, but it's part of the fabric. So it's wicking, moisture wicking, it's very comfortable to wear.
And what about washability? Will it actually stay and not fade?
Yes, it's a permanent product. You could even wash in the sink in your hotel room if you had to, if you go racing the next day.
All right, so if I have a design that I want you to put on shirts for me, that's something you do. Can you help me with the artwork?
Sure. Advertising Edge is a design company. Basically, we design all the apparel, all the products for you. We can handle it from start to finish.
All right, well, there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth, Advertising Edge. Now let's go see what Kathy has.
When fastener failure is not an option, well, you should have just started with Stage 8 locking fasteners. And Bruce, I've been using these on my headers and my zoomies and everything else for years. They're very simple to use.
Let me show you how quickly. The whole trick to it is the groove we put in the head of a header bolt. After you tighten the bolt on, you'll drop over a mating retainer, which will butt up against the pipe, and put an E-clip just to hold the retainer on. It's like leaving a little wrench on the bolt. It will never come loose.
Absolutely. Not going anywhere. And, when we think about the headers and the collectors and everything else on the front of the car, we're going to move all the way to the back. Something for the guys with the Ford 9-inch.
9-inch bolts do come loose under extreme conditions. We made a bridge retainer to go over the top of our grooved bolts. Drop it over like that, Put a snap ring on either one. This thing is approximately 50 times stronger than wire tie or any bent up tabs.
Yeah, a lot stronger and a lot easier to use than wire stuff too. And you've come up with something new for a rod end, people.
Brand new. This is for rod ends. Everybody has a heim joint problem, rod end problem. What we have done is designed a system to lock this jam nut to the rod end. It's this little tricky piece here. I slide over the edge here, tighten it on here. Now this jam nut is supposed to keep it tight to there. You slide it over the top. There's an O-ring I'm using here for a demo, but in real life, it'll probably be a snap ring.
Always coming up with something new. Find out what Stage 8 has for your application. Just hop on their website at stage8.com and let's check in with Robert and see what he has next.
Well, SEMA's been around for 50 years, and 50 years ago, this Ford GT Mark II put Ford on the international racing map when they won first, second, and third place in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And right down here, we have the vehicle that won this year's Le Mans in its class. What a great racing heritage we have here at Ford.
The number 66 in racing was associated with the Jim Hall-driven Chaparral team car back in the Can-Am series in the 60s. This is a much futuristic look at that car. This is called the Chaparral 2X VGT with its ferret-in wheels, its turbine engine in the back, and maybe the X part is coming by, well, the way you're going to lay down in this thing, because you're going to have all four limbs spread out just like an X. I think I will stick with my dragster and my sitting up type cockpit, but just one of the many wild things that we see during the SEMA show. We'll have more wild stuff coming up here on Performance TV right after this. Welcome back to the 2016 SEMA show and Performance TV. EvapoRust is such a great product, but it's not the only product that the folks at Harris Laboratories offers. And David Harris, we know that this product does a wonderful job getting rid of the rust, but what about something for a radiator? Because we know we can deal with a lot of rust issues inside a cooling system.
Sure. Well, we made a product called ThermoCure. It is a new type of rust remover for cooling systems. It's real easy to use. You got a car that's running hot, it's mostly because of rust. Drain all the coolant out, drop in a quart of ThermoCure, add water to it, and then drive your car around as long as it's not freezing weather. Drain it after a couple of days, add new coolant back to it, you're ready to go. No more overheating. It's safe, it's simple, it's just has all the benefits of EvapoRust, but it's designed for a cooling system.
What about making sure we don't get the rust coming back?
Well, we make rust block. We make it in two different formats. We've got a trigger sprayer and we have an aerosol version. The trigger sprayer, of course, is real simple. Squeeze it, put it on. Aerosol, this is new. This is actually going to be in all the O'Reilly store. It's real easy to use. Once you've got something derusted, spray it with rust block aerosol, let it dry on the surface. It puts a coating on here that's going to keep this from rusting for about a year. Then once you've got it, you say you're ready to remove this, you're ready to paint it, simply rinse it with water, dry it, paint it. There's no oils, waxes, anything that'll keep you from your paint from sticking.
It's all about getting rid of and keeping rid of the rust. The entire EvapoRust line, right down to the rust block and the ThermoCure. Find out more, just hop on their website at evapo-rust.com. And Robert, what do you have for us next?
Lots of incredible things to see here at the SEMA show, and I'm in the Miller Welder booth with Andy Weinberg. Andy, why don't you tell me a little bit about your company and what you do for the motorsports industry?
Miller's been around since 1929. We've made products for the motorsports industry for quite a while. We love the motorsports industry. It gives us a chance to sell our products to an industry that relies on precision and performance to make their products good.
Now, I have a lot of friends that have 3 different machines in their garage that take a lot of space to do their welding. I understand you have a new machine that you're showing here?
Yeah, the new Multimatic 215 is a multi-process machine that does MIG, TIG, and stick welding. It's in a small, compact, highly portable 38-pound package. It's very easy to set, so we love it because it has a professional art characteristic, but yet it's easy to set for the beginners. The microprocessor has an LCD screen that has auto set technology built into it. So as long as you tell the machine what wire size you're using and what thickness you want to weld, the machine populates that and sets it for you.
Now, unlike the older machines, this doesn't use a transformer.
No, and that's what's great about these new inverter power sources. They respond to the welding arc much faster. They're smaller, lighter, more powerful. This little package puts out over 230 amps of power. And you can run it on 120 or 240 volt power.
That's pretty incredible. And now, is that interchangeable? Is there 2 different plugs? How does that work?
Yeah, it's very easy for the operator. We give you both plugs. All you got to do is unscrew the collar, pull the 240 volt plug off, install the 120 volt plug. The machine sets itself, so you don't have to change anything in it. Plug it back in the wall and fire it up, you're ready to go.
Well, there you go. For a durable, multi-purpose machine, this is where you want to go. Now let's check with Kathy and see what she has going on.
Here at the 50th anniversary of SEMA, and you think about the trade show and all of the great things that are going on, but Chris, you guys are doing a lot of other stuff the other 360 days a year.
That's right. SEMA is a trade association. We're an organization that represents our members, and our members are all these companies who are gathered here at the show this week. One of the things that we do for them is we protect the industry and the enthusiasts from unnecessary, unreasonable laws and regulation. And just this past year, we have a real challenge on our hands. The Federal Environmental Protection Agency, after years and years of a different position, took the position that it is illegal to convert a street car for use in racing. And this has been something that, of course, has been going on, I think, for 40 years. So in response to this, SEMA, the industry, has taken action. We have a piece of legislation that's been introduced in Congress. It's called the RPM Act, and it's very simple. It would just make that status quo position that it's legal to convert a race car, it would put it into the law. So we need all the folks out there who care about motorsports, care about racing, to support the RPM Act. And you can do that, just go to the SEMA website. It's SEMA.org, and look for the RPM Act. You go in there, there's an easy way for you to write your member of Congress, let them know that you'd like them to support this legislation. So we'd really appreciate that.
We'll be right back with more Performance TV on the 2016 SEMA show right after this short break.
Performance TV is being brought to you by Genwy Hedge, towing made easy. MRT Performance, for performance car parts and servicing. Rock Bumpers, make it real, make it rock. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation.
Welcome back to Performance TV, coming from the 2016 SEMA show. Finding all kinds of sweet things here at the 50th anniversary SEMA show. And you know what? Wheels, there's a lot to choose from, but who just wants plain old single-colored, powder-coated wheels when you can spice them up with a splash of color with Ride decals? And I'm telling you what, this is a really cool product. I'm seeing all kinds of neat possibilities here. How many different colors do you have to install on wheels?
Well, we stock 31 colors, but you tell us what you want and we'll get it for you. Plus, we can put those colors on 300 different wheels from Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Chrysler. It really doesn't matter. And if we don't have the part number, we'll make it for you.
Well, I'm kind of looking at what we have here. Is this kind of a play on words like Ride decals? I mean, is this a decal?
You got it. Good job. And we found that this is a special vinyl that adheres relatively easy. Would you like me to show you?
Please.
So after it's cleaned really well, you just pull the decal off, line it up to where it was meant to be, press it down, and don't panic because we send 3 extra pieces at least per kit just so when you make a mistake. Only thing we need to do with this now is to heat it up, get all the air out, and make sure we seal all our edges really well. and you're done. Realize when it's done by a certified installer, this has a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty.
What about dealing with the elements?
It holds up really well under normal weather conditions, and hot, cold, we haven't had any issues with it.
Folks, you want to find out more about how you can add a splash of color to your wheels? Just hop on their website. And hey, Rob, what do you have for us next?
There sure are a lot of different things to see and do here at SEMA. Right now I'm in the Car Top Cargo booth with Mike Sheridan, who's going to tell me about his product.
Thank you very much. It's a 18 cubic foot car top cargo carrier designed to fit on the cross rails of any luggage system on top of today's vehicles. It holds 18 cubic feet of stuff, meaning 3 sets of golf clubs, lawn chairs, folding chairs, strollers, coolers, camping gear, maybe some ski stuff, but lots of stuff. Ours is a zero tool assembly. It goes together in 5 minutes. Take it out of the box, put it up on the vehicle, you're good to go, ready to go, 5 minutes.
And how does it actually attach to the vehicle?
Yeah, so there's basically a universal bracket, couple knobs. You do that on 4 corners, you're good to go.
Now what if I put something in here, I don't want somebody to come along and swipe it. Is it secure?
Very much so. So there's 3 hasps with the ability to put a lock on each one of those hasps if you choose, and there's also an integrated lock on the rear of the cargo box.
Okay, now when I go to cold weather climates. Can you tell me a little bit about the material and how rugged it's going to be?
It's made out of a 4-season HDPE, high density polyethylene material, resists cracking, chipping, fading, pretty much indestructible.
Okay, bottom line, warranty and where's it made?
So lifetime warranty, made here in the United States.
Well, there you have it. Go to Car Top Cargo for more information. Now back to Kathy.
Well, the 50th anniversary SEMA show has been flush with all kinds of great new ideas, spectacular rides, and so much more. But you know what? Well, our time here has come to an end. So we're going to head back to the studio where we will see you again next week for more of Performance TV.